Good morning. We had a visitor here in Sweden in October last year, EU Commissioner Nils Musnieks. He came to Sweden to look at how we are treating the asylum seekers, if we are treating them poorly or correctly. Yeah. And he's now published a report, and Sweden is praised. Oh, thank God. We are praised for the great effort we made during the refugee crisis in 2015. Oh, we feel so good now that we are praised by the EU Commissioner. But there's also criticism. Yeah. First of all, he doesn't like the way we do age testing. Sweden is, I think they are x-raying hands and knees to determine the age of these asylum seekers. And he doesn't like it. He suggests that we should include psychologists yeah, to talk to these asylum seekers. Well, alright, well, it's true, they lie about their age. The government here in Sweden itself confirmed this. 83%, according to this government study, lied about their age. 83%. And it's no surprise. I mean, do you think that a young kid would travel all this distance to come to Sweden on his own? Of course, these guys are men, full-grown men. And everybody seems to know this now, even the politicians. Well, they did their own study, right? So they know it. There are still some MPs who are uncertain. You will find them in the Centre Party and in the Green Party. They still seem to think that these people can't lie. They won't say it, at least. So he criticized Sweden for this. And he also talked about how we deport people to Afghanistan. And he wouldn't go as far as to Sweden violating human rights. But he sees such a risk. He thinks that there should be an established family network that receives these guys back, and Sweden has to make sure that there is such a family network in Afghanistan before sending them back. Okay, so he didn't like this. Now, I will tell you what I don't like. You know, this guy, Nils Musnieks, he shouldn't have been invited to Sweden. He has no business here in the first place. And I feel sort of violent when I read this. If I met him, I would have to restrain myself. I'm sure. What an asshole. It's incredible. So it just shows we have to get out of the EU. The sad part is that the politicians still listen to these guys in Brussels. They still do. And they are like little schoolboys and schoolgirls when the EU talks. Well, I don't know, really. You know, I would love to understand what's going on in the Parliament of Sweden when they see this report. Well, all of these politicians in Sweden should by now understand that these asylum seekers lie about their age, and that we can't take care of everybody. I mean, I just have to say this. I don't have high hopes for Swedish politicians, but come on, they should at least understand that this report from the EU Commissioner is pure bullshit. Yeah, makes me mad, this stuff. Yeah, I would like to hurt this guy, Nils Musnieks. I really do. Maybe this will pass. Right. See you later. Bye.